Okay, so I have something really awesome for you. This is the Concrete-O-Matic, and I call this one the Concrete-O-Matic 180, and that was the Concrete-O-Matic 1830, and the numbers are how many blocks you can make with it. So what it does is it converts concrete powder into concrete blocks. So all you have to do is stand right here on this one and right click, and eventually it'll shove it over for you. I don't know why it's been doing that, but you just keep right clicking. So you can make this AFKable. You can just hold down a right click button on your keyboard, set that up, and walk away, make a pot of tea or a cup of coffee, and come back, and you'll have a nice line of blocks. All right. There's two versions. This one here is the light version, and this one here is the more advanced version. The light version can push out, like I said, 180, and this one here will make a big, giant concrete prism of massiveness because of all these pistons. But there are I think there's 150 pistons right here, where this one only has 15. So if you're kind of early game and you don't have a lot of resources, this is the way to go. You can always add the second piece later. And then right here on this thing, there is an automatic concrete powder dispenser for you. So you can just stand right here, AFK, and drop these down. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to build these as soon as it's daytime. So to get started, all you have to do is make a tower of 15 pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Very good. Okay, and then next up, what you need is a tower to put your water in. Now, I'm going to build a tower so that it completely surrounds it. You actually don't need it, but the most important thing is to break out this block so that it goes one below whatever you're working on. You have to do that. You actually don't need all of these sides once you get it that way, but I like them, so we're going to put them on here. They turn to concrete, though. Okay. And then we're going to put a repeater right there so that it's in line with this top piston. And then we're going to go ahead and, this is the most important part of this tower. This part is not optional. Make this little trap right here. Okay, and then you take out your handy dandy water bucket. And we'll put one water source block in the middle of this ring iron blocks. There we go. And as you can see, the water is going to descend. So that's our water column. So then when the powder gets pushed out, once it touches this water, boom, it turns into a concrete block. Okay, so the next thing you're going to have to do here is you're going to go ahead and you're going to build a spiral ladder going downwards. Now, those of you that are Redstone professionals, you can maybe find a better way to do this so that the staircase itself activates these things so you don't have to go back up, but I'm going to do it this way. So we're going to start off by placing a block right there next to that repeater. And then we're going to go ahead and put one here and one there, and then break this block. And then you're going to put one underneath that block, and then out this way and break that block. And then we're going to put one underneath this and out this way and break that block. And then right here, we can just set it right there. And then we got to put one there and then break this block. You might not have to break those. I don't know. But anyways, all I'm doing is creating basically a spiral staircase downwards here. And of course, you don't have to use orange concrete. You can use any solid block that you like. Okay, so that one there, and then one here, and like that, and wait a minute, I think I screwed that up. What'd I do? Oh yeah, right there. Okay, and then, oh, I forgot to break that one. That's what it was. I could feel that I did something silly. And then one right there. Okay, very cool. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and get out my half slabs, and this next little part, you don't have to do, I'm going to break these two blocks just so it's visually not confusing, but you don't necessarily have to put half slabs there. You can do whatever. Okay, so then I'm going to go up to the next piston up, and then we're going to go up to this one, and we're going to put two out on each of these like this. Okay, like that. And then on the block closest to the piston, you're going to put a repeater going into that block, and one there, 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 and one there. You get it. And then on the back of those, we're going to put some redstone, a little bit of redstone there, one there, and so on and so forth. Like that. Okay, next, what we need to do, let me just run over here real quick. Okay, la 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 la. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put a, I'm going to dig these out so they're orange. You don't have to dig these out necessarily. And then I'm going to put some orange right there. Okay, that, and then this block right there. Okay, so basically coming out of the spiral, we've got one here, and then we're going to put a redstone repeater there, and then a redstone repeater there, and then this one here is on 2 ticks. And that's important because otherwise these will fire too soon. When you put the final block, it can fire too soon and mess things up. So make sure that one of these two, it doesn't really matter, I don't think, is on 2 ticks. Okay, then you need a piece of redstone dust on top of that right there. All right, next, what you want to do is you want to come on the second one, on the second third half slab thingy up. You're going to come down and build a full block there and then break it so that you have an upside down half slab right there. And then do the same thing here. So I went down and then one up, and then and then 10, and like this. So basically we're making a ladder back up to the top, like this, and like that. Okay, and then put a bit of redstone atop each one of these blocks here. And that is the ladder going up, and then all you have to do at this point is put redstone all the way on your spiral here. On this little spiral stair. And I'm sure there's somebody that can compact this thing, and if you do that, that's just great. It's awesome. Okay, there we go. So we're all the way down. I don't think I need this little piece right here. I don't think I need that. I think this block will power it, but whatever, I'm going to put it there. Okay, and then the next thing you need to do to make the system activate is you need a block here. That's a temporary block, and then 2 more. So then break this block, and then you've got a redstone repeater here and a redstone torch there. And that is the simplest version of this done. That is it. That's the whole thing. So if you want to just build this simple version like that, that's great. I recommend putting a place to stand right here because you don't want to be just floating in the air in survival mode. That's not good. And then I recommend either building a ladder up to the top here, or you could bury this whole thing into the ground, like what, 15, 16 blocks underground, and then you have to dig out a trench that's 16 blocks deep this way for the outflow that's about 12 blocks long for the concrete that's going to be coming out. So this is going to be like this big concrete wedge thing coming out like you can see on this one. Okay, so that is the entire simple version done. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to build the auto concrete powder dispensary thingamabob bajigger, whatever you want to call it. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down here. You're going to place 1 block under there. That's a temporary or just unnecessary block. And then we're going to face down and put a dropper pointing up. And then into that dropper, we're going to put a hopper there, a hopper facing into that hopper, a hopper facing into the dropper there, 1 facing into that hopper, and then 1 facing into the dropper there. And all these are for is if the concrete powder gets away from you, your inventory is full, it'll just trap it back in and put it back into the hopper system so that you don't lose it. All right, the next thing you want to do is take out, and I forgot to get out a chest, but you want to get out a regular chest was probably the best choice. You could maybe use a trap one if you want to. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, but I'm going to put a regular chest right there. If you want to make it a double chest, I recommend going out this direction so that it works like that. But I'm going to put a single chest because you can't actually make more concrete that goes in a single chest, I don't think. But anyways, I'm going to go with a single chest. All right, single chest there. Next, what you need to do is you need to come on down over here, and you're going to place a temporary block underneath this dropper. Then you're going to place a block underneath that block and break the original block, and then place your redstone torch, and you'll hear a clicky sound. The horrible clicky sound of clickiness. In fact, let me turn down my volume just a second so that the clicky sound doesn't clicky your ears right out of your head. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to put some redstone. Oh, so what I did there is I put a block and then another block below that, and then put some redstone right there. Then you're going to come up a block from there. You can break that one, put a repeater upon it facing this way, like that. So it's facing into the block with the redstone torch on it, and then you're going to come out here, and then you're going to place a repeater facing the opposite direction there, and then from that repeater, you are going to place a block out of it, and then a redstone torch on. Thank you, Magic Mouse. Appreciate that. A redstone torch on that block there. Okay, there we go. And then on top of that torch and this block, you're going to put 3 solid blocks like that, and then redstone on top of all of those. And here comes the clicky clicky sound. Clicky clicky clicky. Okay, so then if you don't want to hear clicky clicky sound all the time, then what you can do is take and put a lever right there. In fact, do put a lever here because you're going to want to shut this off when it's not in use. There we go. So then that allows you to turn off the system. Oh, am I a moron? There we go. Yes, I am a moron. Okay, don't answer that. All right. So then what you could do is then you're going to look down at, and then we're going to pretend that we're in survival mode, and we have our concrete powder right here, and you just look down at that block right there and start placing blocks like this. And you hit the 15th block. Bam. Concrete blocks. Okay, so the next part of it, we're going to build the giant piston array of giantness, which is these this 10 by 15 by 8 bazillion piston thingy here. So let's crack on with that. We're going to go ahead and right here, so you'll see this blade of concrete blocks coming out, and then right here, what you want to do is place your first piston like that, facing this direction. Okay, let's get the orientation right, because if you put 150 pistons and you put them the wrong direction, you're going to be super mad at me. Okay, so there's the orientation. It's 1 block out this way and 1 block away from our little water silo thingy, and like that. Okay, so then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you just keep making rows of 10 like this. Okay, that's it. That's all the pistons placed. Wow, a wall of pistons. Now, somebody's going to come up with a better way to do this with slime blocks. I know they will. But for now, that's what I've got. Okay, next I need my half slabs back. Where'd you go? There you are. And we're just going to build a similar half slab kind of laddery thing right here to power that we use to power these pistons. We're going to build the same thing behind here. So this is going to be awesome right here. So what we're going to do for visual consistency, I'm just going to put these here, but you can put them right on top of the grass if you want to. Oh, that's such a bummer. Stupid. Really? Boo. Sometimes the magic mouse is not so magic. Okay. There we go. All right, that's our bottom row of half slabs done, and then we're just going to go up to the second piston and put a row of half slabs coming out 2 from each piston. And the next row. And the next row. Boo. Boo. Could my dog drink any louder? Need to come up with like an isolation booth for my microphone, because sometimes my dog drinks super loud and sounds like he's trying to like dig through the floor when all he's doing is having a little sip of water. Poor guy, he's getting old. He's getting old. Okay. Very good. So that is all of those coming out 2 from every other piston. And then next, all you have to do is place a repeater on every other half slab going across here. All right, we've got all those repeaters in. Next, all you have to do is put redstone in between each repeater and on every block behind that. So like this. There you go. You're just going to do that on every single row. Okay, there we go. All of those are done. All the redstone is in. Boom, 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 boom. Now all we need to do is hook that up to some sort of output. So what I'm going to do is, as the blocks come across this way from the light version or from the single pusher there, they're going to come across here, and the very last one is going to end up right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this out. I'm going to get a different color concrete because I like to be consistent with stuff, and I'm just going to put a redstone-y torch right there. Okay, then from that torch, you're going to put right here a repeater right there, like that. Okay, and then from that repeater, you are going to put some other stuff. I think I got, what did I do? Let me just go look. There we go. What did I do? Okay. A block up from this repeater would probably be the way to go. And then we're going to go to a block here, and then right there. And then right here, we're going to put 2 half slabs like that. Okay. So one more time, we have the torch into a repeater facing into this block, which has a repeater facing out of it into this other block, which then is going into these 2 half slabs. Now, right here, put another repeater and some redstone on top of that and on top of this block. Okay. Now, on each one of these, the ends of these, you're going to come out 2 blocks with half slabs like this. So this is going to be our redstone ladder that's going to take us all the way to the top of this crazy piston array thing. Redstone repeater on each one of those. Redstone behind each one of those repeaters. Very cool. And then we're going to build our ladder. So you got to go one there, one below it. And that's an upside down one. Break the top. Like that. Break the top. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Break the top. 1, 2, 3. Break the top. And 1, 2, 3. Break the top. Okay. Then we need redstone on each and every single one of those. There we go. And we're done. Okay, so the only thing that I would recommend is I would recommend either building some sort of ladder up to the top of this, or probably what I'm going to do when I build this in my survival world eventually, is I'm going to build it in the ground. I think this is cool to do this. I think I can do this without causing any crazy redstone conundrums. Okay, and then upon that, we shall place some ladders, just so we can get up there. So I'm just thinking, you know, survival-y kind of thing. We need to get to the top somehow. Okay, there we go. And then we'll give it a test. So what color you guys want to use? Let's see. You guys want to use pink because that's awesome. Pink is an awesome color. I like orange, but we already use orange over here. So, should we put it in here? Yeah, why not? We're going to get that one, and then we're going to get 64 pink ones, and 64 greens, and 64 of these greens, and some black, and some white, and some brown, and some yellow, and what the heck, some purple, and maybe a little gray. Gray, thank you. And we're just going to dump all this into our chest, like that. We're going to turn our sound off. Oops. We're gonna turn our sound. Well, we'll leave the sound on. You guys don't mind a little clicking, do you? And we're just gonna sit here and place some blocks. All right, so I've been at this a little while now, and as you can see, everything is working, and we've got it all good to go. So we've gotten, I did 2 complete rows of different colors of, well, the thing's still clicking over there, different colors, and I got another one on the way, and these things are working like a charm. So this is a completed build. All righty. Well, thank you so much for watching, and if you really liked it, go ahead and leave a like, or maybe even subscribe. That'd be cool. Well, thank you very much. Look at that big thing back there. It's like a big pink weirdo shape. You could probably do like pixel art and stuff with this thing if you were really really plan it out. All right. Well, anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and God bless.